Welcome to the first day of a brand new year and a brand new decade, everybody. We're feeling a little bit blue today, but this is a good blue. This is the brand new Jaguar F-Pace, but their special vehicles operation unit has gotten hold of it and made it an SVR. Also, to celebrate the brand new year, we are doing a giveaway. Brand new Rexing V1P Pro dual HD camera, records in the front and the back, so you're all covered. All you have to do is leave a comment below on what reviews you'd like to see me do in the upcoming year. It doesn't have to be just automotive. It could be technology, it could be gear, it could be travel. Whatever you want, put that comment below. The more comments you put, the more entries you get, and at the end of the month, I'm gonna randomly choose one winner who will win this. Also, you have to be a subscriber to win. If you're not subscribed already, just hit that little tab in the corner there. It's pretty easy. If you're watching this and the contest is over, I still encourage you, leave a comment below because I'd really like to hear your feedback on what you'd like to see on the channel. So let's get back to the review. This is one hot looking SUV, and yes, it does have the SVR emblem in the front, but there are quite a few other things to signify this is different than the regular F-Pace. First off, you have the hood vents. They are functional. You have this menacing grille, these larger intakes for your coolers there, and the air flows right through from one side into the working side vents. So these are different here. You get the side vents, and check out these wheels. These are 22-inch wheels with larger brakes and the red Jaguar calipers. I really like the black accents that they've placed on this F-Pace, from the hood vents, side vents, the side skirts, the window surrounds. You even have on the little bit of the roof rail here. And of course, in the back, this thing just has a presence to it. It's angular, it looks really hunched down, and you have these massive quad exhausts. They look great, but exhausts can't just look good, they have to sound good. Let's hear how it sounds. Let's hit that start button. Oh yeah, that sounds good, but you know what? It can sound better. You press the button for the active exhaust, and immediately you can hear it just got a lot deeper and throatier. Oh man. And this F-Pace has really good sound insulation on the inside, so I'm telling you, you have to take my word for it. This sounds a lot better from the outside. And I've actually had people pull up to me at a stoplight, roll the windows down, going, give me the thumbs up, saying this thing sounds incredible. So you can use that active exhaust button, or you can just put it into dynamic mode. Gauges go all red. Put the transmission into drive. Let's go into sport mode. Oh yeah. So this is powered by a V8. It's a supercharged 5-liter V8. Who doesn't love the sound of a 5-liter? It's matched to an 8-speed automatic transmission. We have it in sport mode right now, but what I recommend that you do if you want to get the most out of this engine and powertrain setup, use the paddle shifters. Go into manual mode. It's so much more engaging. The shifts are extremely quick and they're really sharp. Let's just get past. This is a bumpy road here, but you can hear the bop, bop, bop. Now when we gear down, get a real nice gurgle, a little bit of a popping. Now in sport mode or dynamic mode that we have it here, this also adjusts the suspension. So we have adaptive suspension. We are on a little bit of a twisty road here. The F-Pace is remaining relatively flat, very little roll at all. But that sound though. Okay, we're going to a sharp corner here. Let's hit the brakes hard. Oh yeah. So like I mentioned, you get larger brakes on this SVR, but the sound. Now, it's one of my favorite things about this vehicle, hands down. And it's not just if you're just going at it and going hard. Even when you are just cruising around town, you just put your foot into it just a little bit, and it just enhances the whole experience. You feel the sound. It's not that it's bashing you in the back or anything. It just has this vibration, this frequency that is, it's seriously intoxicating. See, I'm not driving fast right now, but it just feels so good. Now, I'm a fan of electric vehicles, but I don't know if any electric vehicle could ever replicate or replace the experience you get with an internal combustion engine, especially a V8. And a V8 that feels and sounds as good as this one. So let's talk about the power from this supercharged V8. It puts out 550 horsepower and 503 pound-feet of torque. It'll get this cat going from 0 to 100K in just over 4 seconds. To optimize handling, this SVR is also equipped with an electronic active differential. Oh, yeah, all day long. I'm telling you. You know, one thing that I wish though is when you start this vehicle up, it automatically defaults to comfort mode. And I'm kind of good with that, but that active exhaust, you have to push it every time. I would rather have it default in the active exhaust mode, and you can actually turn that off, or have some sort of option to do that. Maybe there is. If you know that there is, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, as soon as I get into this thing, I always put that active exhaust on. It just makes it so much better. Okay, when you get real short distances, you need to accelerate, like that on-ramp. It's really nice to have 550 ponies under the hood. Now let's talk about the inside. The last time I tested an F-Pace, it had a wheel for the transmission knob. This one has a traditional gear selector. I like that. Let's put it just into regular transmission mode now. We're on the highway. Interior, this is pretty well loaded. It's got an Alcantara roof liner. It has a standard 10-inch screen now that comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I love these quilted seats on this SVR here, and it has embossed in the headrest SVR, but they're thin, but they're very supportive. I've driven this for a long period of time. You have a lot of adjustments. Yeah, I really like them. I like the look of them. They are heated and they're ventilated as well. Now, one thing that I'm not a big fan of is that to access the heating or cooling controls of the seats, you have to do it through the screen. So you touch that seat icon, and then you hit your temperature, and then you select what you want. Now, there's just so many extra steps to do that, especially when you're getting in the wintertime and you have to, wait for the screen to come on. You got to touch the screen, touch that icon, and then touch the power to turn them on. It'd be so much nicer and more intuitive if there was just a separate button. This is also equipped with power tilt and telescopic heated steering wheel. You get a large panoramic roof on this Meridian stereo system. Another thing that I find that's a little bit odd, that I'd prefer not to have it there is, I'm not a big fan of the window controls right up top here. Not only are they kind of more exposed to the elements if you have your window open and maybe it's raining, but they just seem so high. I'm trying to get used to it, but it's just not happening. I just wish that they were in the more traditional spot, which is by the door handle. In the past week, I've had the kids and whole family in here. We've had zero issue for room in the rear seating area. I like the size of the F-Pace in general, and in the cargo area, plenty of room. I've done a lot of Christmas shopping, grocery shopping. You know what, sometimes I like the small little things. They actually have numerous hooks in the back, so you can put your grocery bags or your gym bag or whatever you want to stop from flying around. You can hook it to those areas. So yeah, good job Jaguar on that. I recently had a chance to test drive the BMW X3M, and if you haven't seen that review, make sure you check that out on the channel. I did like that. That was my favorite M vehicle that I've driven, other than a few little things that we'll get to in a second. But compared to this with the X3M, they're very similar in a way. First of all, this starts at $93,000, which you do get a lot for your money, and the BMW starts roughly at the same price. However, this has more horsepower. This has 550 horsepower when the X3M only has just over 500. But the X3M is actually a little bit quicker in, let's say, 0 to 60. And I am a fan of that engine, but I can't say that I like it more than this 5-liter supercharged V8. Just the experience, as I explained, is just so much better. I like the size of this F-Pace better than the X3M. And one thing about the M vehicle that I did not like, for me, it was way too harsh for the suspension. Even in regular mode, that setting was so stiff, and for me, everyday driving, that would be out. You just felt every single little bump and seam in the road, and that's just too much for me. This is tuned way better for me for everyday driving. I wouldn't be going to the track anyways with a vehicle like this. So for me, between the F-Pace SVR and the BMW X3M, the winner would have to be this F-Pace for sure. Now, one vehicle I have not thrown into the mix, haven't driven yet, is the Mercedes AMG GLC 63S. Now that would be a good comparison as well. So that's it for the first review, our New Year's review of the F-Pace SVR. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I also want to thank you for all the support in 2019, and I wish everyone a happy, and especially healthy New Year's for 2020. Cheers. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more everyday reviews, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.